So basically, I'm just gonna be running around, gonna do all the undiscovered location. Oops, sorry. Do all the undiscovered location in, Novigrad area. I'm just gonna go through and get them all. I have a few left. There, maybe we should start over there. I also wanted to talk about, like the gaming industry as a whole. Where it looks like it's headed. Some complaints. A big thing about it is, as I've said on other streams, and I hate microtransactions, and I just saw today. What's up, Fast? Man, I just saw today that some gameplay from Ubisoft's new game. Well, not new game, but their new game in the series, Assassin's Creed. And guess what? It has fucking loot boxes. Drives me nuts. Like, at least they have, oh yeah, I forgot I had this weapon.
Lost your nerve?
Lock.
Shit, damn.
This is that shovel that I got from that guy. But, okay, so Ubisoft has loot boxes. Now, they say that, you use in-game currency to buy it. So, presumably, you can get everything. There's nothing special that you can pay for that you can't get in the game. But they have the in-game currency, and you can do like their real-world money purchase and use that to buy in-game currency. So effectively, there's just going to be people that use loot boxes or like pay for stuff. That irritates me. Plus, you couldn't see inside their e-store, so presumably there's even more stuff that you can buy with real world money. Shit drives me nuts. Yeah, it's single player. At least there's that. But man, I don't have a problem in a single player game where you were doing if you want to do microtransactions for stuff that you can get in the game, that's fine, or skins or whatever. I don't care. Loot boxes are a big problem with me because it's fucking gambling, man. You are paying however much, hoping that you get this certain thing, and they know you want that thing, so that has the least odds. Man, it drives me nuts. Man, and I'm worried about Red Dead Redemption too. You see, like, the cover, you're not just one dude, you're there with a bunch of people. I haven't really read anything about what Red Dead's gonna be, but I assume that's gonna be multiplayer based, and you're not gonna get any, like, DLCs for single player story. You're gonna get more multiplayer packs and shit. And just, I don't know, pisses me off. Because it's so much easier to make money by, not just putting multiplayer in a game, making the game mostly about multiplayer. Then you don't have to worry about paying somebody that can write a freaking story. Me too. Like, CD Projekt Red gave you a bunch of stuff you could get for free. Yeah, they had paid DLCs, but the DLCs had stories. It's a legit story. This DLC is short, but shit, I have, for Blood and Wine, I mean, that's basically a whole game right there. And any other company, that's a whole game. They're selling that for $60. And then, well, any other game, like half this, or any other company, half this game is the game for $60, and then you're getting, you know, to finish the game would be 2 fucking DLCs, and then this is another DLC, and then Blood and Wine is 2 more DLCs. So they can rob you of freaking, what, 120 extra bucks. And then Visceral had, Visceral had a Star Wars game coming out, right? An action-adventure Star Wars game. Well, EA wasn't having any of that. You can't get enough fucking microtransactions out of that game. So, we take another story-based game, fuck it up, make it about microtransactions. And man, they go on the explanation for the game, why they did it, like, oh, we want people to come back and be able to play more. So they're switching it to, basically, it sounds like they're switching it to an open world game with tons of microtransactions. Guaranteed there's loot boxes in it. Like, and the thing about, obviously, I like open world games, but they have to be done right. Everybody's chasing Witcher. Everybody wants to do what Witcher did. And they can't do it. Although, Zelda did a good job of it, but that's a game that was in production for, I don't know, what, 5, 7 years? So of course they should be able to do it. But, you know, EA is not a company that can do an open world game because they're all about quick cash. Not gonna put the details or the work into making a good story.
Scallion, blackmail me, will you?
lady, whatever her name is, she did, goddamn, what's that game called? Can't even remember. Far Cry. She wrote all the, or was the, you know, the creative director on Far Cry. So they're gonna replace her with, like, a marketing director. So you went from you know, a person that does stories, that's their job, into a businessman. God, man, drive me nuts. Seriously. Like, Witcher, one of them, I probably have two that I really love. Actually, I really like Rocket League. It's a simple game, but it's fun to play. Like, the mechanics are good. It's not a game I'd say I fell in love with, but Zelda certainly is. Breath of the Wild is a great game. And what's up, Spots? Didn't see you. And thank you. And it's a shame, you have to keep playing the same game over and over again to get anything good. Overwatch is pretty good. I like the story. Take it easy, Spots. And what can I carry? Oh, is that the one I already have? Yeah. I mean, it drives me nuts. Insane. Oh, let me check out. I haven't even. Bonus gold. Yeah, because it costs too much money to make a good story. And you know, that's what I like about Zelda, is that it has a story, but you can choose to skip the story if you want. You can change the story. Do I want the bonus XP? What do I got on? Bonus experience from monsters. I'll keep that on. Although it seems like I'm not really fighting any monsters. I haven't played the South Park game. I heard the old one's pretty good. And I was gonna get it for a while, and I just decided not to. Oh yeah. And you know what we really need in the gaming industry is a legit site that is can review games. Like, half game reviewers can't play the freaking game. Yeah, is that where I came from? And then, like, other ones. Ah, damn, I'm lost. I think I came from up here, didn't I? Furniture from down. Yeah, it must have been there. Oh yeah. So, how are you supposed to get reviews? Like, I guess you can do Metacritic, but I don't know. And you still feeling like after effects of Gamergate shit, where somehow like how political a game is, or that bullshit, that affects how a review of a game. So you got that to deal with as well.
Yeah, welcome to my workshop. Sturdy craftsmanship at a reasonable price.
Show me what you have on offer.
And I'm worried about what, like I said, Red Dead. That's gonna end up just being like a multiplayer piece of shit. Yeah, that's expensive. This dude has some legit expensive items. Alright, that's 17 of those. I already get all that stuff for that one dude. I don't remember. Is there anything like this guy has that I can't get elsewhere? Infused crystals. I'm buying all this stuff, and I'm not even going to be able to complete that quest that I think this stuff's part of. That stupid glitch.
So long.
But man, I'm gonna like start anytime anybody asks me anything about video games. I'm gonna tell them, don't buy anything from EA. EA is like the Antichrist in my opinion.
The eternal fire protects us, but the witcher sure comes in handy at times.
So how, like, is it a great game, or is it just like a pretty good game? Fast if you're there. How do you, do you like really enjoying, South Park? Is it great? Good? Just okay?
Take it easy. Move it! Faster.
And now, like, paid mods as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Like I said, I'm gonna build a gaming PC. And be done with it. I mean, I'll still play on my console, but...
The world's never-ending creation be praised.
I didn't realize that.
Wouldn't mind a glance at what you got.
Might even change my outfit I'm wearing, because I don't even get the bonus from matching armor and blood and wine, so... I mean, what's the point, right? That's got a cheapskate. It's gold mug 29. The hell out of here. I gotta take the dog out. Sorry, I was taking my dog outside. Alright. So as I was saying to nobody, Bethesda's drive me nuts. They implemented like paid mods for like Skyrim and stuff. So like basically stealing people's content. Man, you know, I'm not a mod fan, but I'm not a PC gamer, right? And my whole problem is, okay, so look at it like this. They have like a creators club, right? Where modders can get paid for their mods. So, basically they sell their intellectual property to Bethesda, like whatever it is, say some cool ass armor or whatever that they created. Yeah. Go ahead, tell me what the next rant should be. So they create these awesome mods or whatever. They get paid, you know, anywhere from like $500 to $1,000 from Bethesda. Seems great, right? Except for Bethesda goes and sells like these mods for $5. Let's say there's a crazy awesome mod, like some armor or something, and then this thing sells to like, I don't know, really popular ones. Let's say these mods can go to get downloaded by like, you know, let's say 500,000 people, right? There's millions and millions of people playing these games. And then now they're, you know, Bethesda made $2.5 million off this mod that they didn't create, someone else created, and they paid $500 to $1,000 for. And you know, the probably the best selling mods are stuff like weapons, or like a cool weapon, or armor, and those would be the ones that a lot of people would buy. So stuff like armor, those are going to be mods that Bethesda's going to view as like simpler, and then so they're likely to pay less for them. So they even get bigger. They're just screwing over these creators. And yeah, if I do Walking Dead, then yeah, I'll do Walking Dead, but I'll have to watch Walking Dead again just to do a rant on it. But I'll do it for you. Do Walking Dead shit rant. But loot crates, I was talking about loot crates a little bit because I was looking, and Ubisoft has put out some gameplay footage of the new Assassin's Creed, and they have loot crates in it. To be fair, their loot crates can be bought with in-game currency, but they can also in-game currency can also be bought with real money. So, or it's like a 2-step, 3-step process. You have to buy the in-game real world currency, and then buy in-game currency with that other currency, and then buy the loot crate. What do you mean about the loot crates or whatever? Or about Uh, I need to read these just to see what these things do. Oh, that'd be cool. I kind of don't understand this system. Like, if I do this one, it applies it to everything, right? That's what it seems. All. Whereas... try to do it on the stuff that I'm gonna use the most. Oh, I sold all these. What do you mean? Are you talking about they made a 15-minute video about the loot crate system in
Thanks. So long.
in Assassin's Creed? Are you talking about like 15 minutes of people talking about how shit Walking Dead is? And no, Activision too, you know, the guy at GameStop was the one that first told me about Activision's they put in a patent for getting people to buy more loot crates. And it's kind of brilliant in a way, the strategy they had. What it would do is it would, let's say, well, he just told me about this article because I was talking to him about like how I hate loot boxes, just like I talked to everybody about. And he was telling me he saw this article about a patent that Activision put in for a system that basically it knows like the system like basically recognizes the guns you're looking at, right? The paid stuff. So what it does is it looks at like the weapons that you're looking at that can be purchased, right? So in your next match, or in a match, it knows basically the stuff you're thinking about buying because it sees that you're looking at it or sees the builds that you're doing and knows that this would be, you know, you can buy this weapon that makes you even better, right? Well, what they do is they match you up against a good player that is using that weapon. So then you're getting killed over and over again by that weapon. So one, they put you up against a person that's way better than you. And two, they have the weapon that you were looking at. So you're more likely to buy that weapon because you see how good this person is with it. And then they have another system. So if you buy a weapon from a loot crate system, they match you with people that you're more likely to do well against, and in maps that are more advantageous to the certain weapon you bought, so that you feel gratified that it was a good purchase, and then are more likely to purchase more stuff again. I was like, holy shit, that's been deceitful box. damn it, I forgot to go sell stuff. Luckily I accidentally picked up one of these stupid things. I think I have a saddle that needs to be get going. You know, I like follow gamers on like a few gaming YouTube channels and stuff. And a couple of them are gaming, or they're PC gamers. Yeah, PC gamers are so... they need someone to blame, right? They're so about blaming freaking console users. Drives me nuts. Like, yes, it's console users' fault that the game developers or developing companies are so about ripping people off, trying to get every cent. Man, I watched this interview with someone that used to work at, it was either Bethesda or EA.
Let's go.
And they were talking about how EA doesn't care about selling you what you want. What they care about is what you're willing to pay for. I watched one of the guys I watched literally had me laughing out loud because he said, you know, the gaming companies know about this feud between PC gamers and consolers, which it's true. There is this competition or whatever. But it's mostly console users that have this competition. Like, PC gamers don't really care. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You talk about consoles like you shit on console players all the time. Every single video you make some remark about console players. And you're talking about the console players that have beef with PC gamers. I didn't see what your first thing was. I started to read it. It said something about you have a friend that he's a PC gamer and he's always talking crap about consoles. But I don't know how in making me get an upgrade and shit. Oh, he's telling you to get a PC. Okay, I understand, I think. What is in here? Oh, these spider guys. You know, I'm building a PC, so I understand, but I just don't get like the hey. And they're always talking about casual players. It's casual players' fault. PC or console players are idiots. They're willing to pay for this stuff. No, they're willing to pay for the same shit you're willing to pay for, except PC gamers have access to to mods already. You don't have to pay for mods because you have access to them for free. But you don't have that ability on a console. So if they offer paid mods, that's the only way console players can get mods. So it's not that they're willing to pay for more. It's just always on about the casual players. Oh, I didn't know I could hold it. It drives me nuts. Like, I don't know what you consider a casual player. Someone that just does it for fun, uncompetitively. Like, I don't know. Exactly. But, you know, I can understand, like, being frustrated because if people weren't willing to pay for this stuff, then they would stop doing it because no one's willing to pay for it. It's just a waste, and people would be willing to pay for better stories and stuff. So I understand that. I understand the frustration. And like I said, I think it's stupid. It's not just like every console player is just willing to pay for everything. Also, they like to make an argument about all the microtransactions, you add them up, it's worth buying the PC. Well, yeah, it's like buying a car. If you buy a car, if you were to buy a car outright, you could afford a car, you know, $10,000 more than the car you're purchasing with the total amount that you pay overall, but it's affordable. It's more affordable to do it in little increments. Alright, let me read this.
Let's go kill some monsters!
Alright, little dude. But, like I said, I get the frustration. And obviously, like, I hate microtransactions so much that I completely understand that sentiment. But I just don't like gatekeepers, you know? Like, you're not a real gamer if you play on a console, or you're not a real this if you don't do that. I don't like that stuff. But it's funny because I agree with stuff. Most of the stuff they say, it's just
welcome, welcome.
I don't agree with their conclusion, I guess.
What have you got there?
Fucking loot boxes, Ian. And you knew they were going to do it. That was the way the market was going. You knew that Ubisoft was going to put some loot box system in there. Because, hey, it only costs $2 to open a loot box. But you have, like, a 1 in 50 chance of getting the thing you want. So it only costs $100 to get that really cool sword. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's not a fair assessment. I don't know if this guy has anything I need. I don't even know what I need, so probably not.
So long.
Any needs, master?
But man, if anybody else, I had 3 people want some, this second guy should have asked him now. Oh.
Not good.
Oh shit! Idiot. I haven't died in this game in forever. I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to read your comment. Thanks. Thought I had my mic off. So how is The Walking Dead so far this season? If you're asking me to rant about it, that means probably not great. Ah, I didn't get to keep that thing.
You go your way, I'll go mine.
I know, like that means
Snails come out after the rain. We'll catch them.
I want to watch it now just for a train wreck situation. Oh, yeah. It is starting like I told you that they were gonna keep Negan. There's no way he's gonna be there. You know, unless people are like starting to get bored with them after 2 seasons, they're gonna keep him around for 3 seasons. And you know, in the comic, like what happened, and then they can justify like, oh, we don't don't even know what those things are. I gotta look at the glossary. But, they can be like, oh, well, he's not dead. So, that's okay. Last I knew from the comics. Like, I don't know. I don't want to spoil. I don't know what you read in the comics, so I don't really want to spoil it for you. So, if you have, and like I said, I'm way behind. I'm probably a year or two behind. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like I said, I'm like a year or two behind, so. Yeah, they could justify it, is what I mean. If you know that they don't kill him, then they could justify keeping him around, like, as a character. I don't know, milking it for everything they got. I was sure, like, with online, with the sites you know about, I was sure that you would have already read all the comics. Yeah, that's true. I just mean, like, if everybody's like, oh, yeah, right, they would have killed him after everything Negan did. I hate this time of day on the game. Just meditate. I don't know, but Walking Dead's like one of the most popular comics on.
Damn, you're ugly.
At the comic book store, they're always talking about how good, like, it's like the only consistent comic. kill them all and then collect the stuff later. Yeah, I mean, the Game of Thrones is the same way. At least for me. I can read it. You know, a lot of people don't like it the same way after reading, which is fair in some respects, but you just gotta look at it as two different things. In here. There's one like section where you had to do that. Oh man, Percy Jackson, like, so we went, you know, I read to my daughter every night, and we are reading Percy Jackson now because we made it through Harry Potter. And then you know, on the second Percy Jackson book, and she's like, Dad, is there a Percy Jackson movie? And I said, yeah. And like, she got so excited, and then I had to be like, but it's shit. It's not the same. It's totally different. The big problem with it is like, there was no planning whatsoever. They were taking stuff from the later movies and putting it in the newer ones. Alright, you're putting in the first movie, so you're taking action and mini plots from the first to put, or from the later movie, putting it in the first one. Heck, did I just hear a wraith? Whatever, I don't need to deal with them. I don't need nothing from you.
The wenches, witches coming!
Yeah. Hide your wenches, the witch is coming. You know, my big problem with Percy Jackson is so much of the plot is driven by characters just not communicating with each other, which is, you know, that's not uncommon. But in the way it's done is my problem, I think. Where they are constantly like, I needed to talk about this, but I was really tired. Or, I should talk about it, but I didn't feel like it at that moment. Or something to that effect all the time. I know, it's not as bad. Every character does in Percy Jackson. So much of the story is based on that. And it's not even like realistic stuff, like where you, it's not like I'm gonna be embarrassed or, I don't know. It drives me nuts. You're reading it, even reading it again, I'm like, man, I didn't realize how much of it there was before, because, you know, it took me a couple books the first time I read it a while back to really notice, like, dang, they do that a lot. Like, all the character needs to do is talk about it to the other one. Like, kind of a bad example, but, where Percy can't remember the crooked one, the name, the crooked one. Like, Annabeth would know instantly that is Kronos. But Percy doesn't. But he can't remember. That one's fair, because that was a dream. But, twice in 2 books, twice Percy's been too tired to tell Annabeth about something. We needed to talk about this, but I was really tired. Are you kidding me? If you need to talk about something, you talk about it. Like you're on an adventure where you guys could die. You can hold off on your sleep a little bit, Percy. Like, people don't talk before they go to bed. Yeah. Exactly. There's probably more treasure. And you have, like, Annabeth, who, you know, she's been at camp since she was, like, 7 years old. She can't tell Percy, oh yeah, a Cyclops killed Thalia, and that's why I don't like Cyclops. And then Percy be like, oh, I understand. He's never heard the story that she got killed by a Cyclops? Not that. And half the time she doesn't even recognize, like, the mythology. Also, when she knows that Percy hardly knows anything. Like, he knows about Greek mythology, but not nearly as much as her. She still doesn't believe that Percy, she thinks he's trying to trick her into winning the race when he tells her about the empathy link. Percy, how does Percy know what an empathy link was? She would, you know him. You know that he doesn't know that shit.
Show me what you've got on offer.
So obviously it's true. Oh, and he just happens to describe, like, the Cyclops that Percy, or that Odysseus faced. Get out of here.
So long.
My man carries his pitchfork like you, on his back. I say you're both daft.
But that's, the story, obviously I like the story and stuff. It's just like those little things that kind of drive me nuts sometimes. And it wouldn't be like bad if it didn't happen all the time. Oh, great. Oh, great. First I want to go to this. Don't want to experience from monsters and additional herbs. It's just funny, that's like a simple it's just a little simple thing that drives me nuts. Yeah, exactly. Everybody knows about the prophecy. No one can spill the beans. It's just, I don't like that that's, and I understand, like, it's a kid's book. And that's probably why they do it, because they want to give you little hints along the way, but they give the hints to a character, and then they have to explain away why this character, doesn't tell the other characters, but they still want you to get little hints, and I get that. It's just my little things that drive me nuts. It's not anybody else's problem. It's my problem, really. It's a hybrid. that same thing said, this lady, who I'm about to steal her gold, they were gonna buy a house with the money they took from it. Now I'm interested to see how much money is in this said house. That way we understand property values in Novigrad. Gives a better understanding of the economy. Magic. $15 florins, some resin, runestone, blinders, and another runestone. This is gonna buy you a house and let you retire for the rest of your days? What? Pretty sure I can sell a t-shirt for 15 florins. I don't even, to be honest though, I don't even remember what the prophecy is. I just know that people just aren't telling him. It was so long ago that I read the books the first time. Really, the major takeaway from it was like how often they just don't tell each other stuff. And don't you think it,
damn it,
like made Luke's attitude worse? Like, Annabeth's gotta be one of the people that make Luke's attitude worse, because she's one of those people at Camp Half-Blood that are like, inherit their parents' enemies and stuff, and they kind of live by it in a way. She like doesn't like Percy from the start just because he's Poseidon's son. Like, oh, our parents don't get along, so then our parents don't get along, so I don't like you. Are you for real? Which is like not, I don't know. You kind of get that from the beginning. It's gonna be like something great or somewhat of major magnitude, I guess. But he doesn't know that, you're right. He doesn't know that. Like, we know it because we're reading the book, but... Ow! I gotta read that thing again, damn. That was the one letter I didn't read. Now I gotta... beneath the castle. Oh yeah, the cursed blade. And they... yeah. That's true, there's way more to it, but... how do I get under here? Oh, that disappeared. I just started, you know, why I started reading Percy Jackson to us, because we started reading the newer one, but, you know, a lot of it is, you don't really have to have read Percy Jackson, but it certainly helps. And so she didn't understand really about Camp Half-Blood, nothing. She didn't know what the mist was. That was a big part of it. Is, you know, I already understand. I read a couple chapters, maybe 2 chapters of the newer one about the kid that there must be like a Roman camp, or yeah, like a Roman Camp Half-Blood type thing. So that's why we started. No, I've never seen Riverdale. probably should have read that. Whatever. Yeah, that one. Why won't it let me open that chest? I don't know. There's a chest there and it won't let me open. So you didn't like it? It wasn't like Percy Jackson? Alright, I gotta read that. I get it. Yeah, and you get to Camp Half-Blood and stuff, they make it there, and Percy's missing, so, I mean, he's part of it, I guess. But, yeah, you gotta kind of stick with stuff. And there's also one about, Egypt, some Egyptian gods. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not reading it right now. Okay, it's about a guy. He has like a girlfriend and a friend at school, but you find out that like he doesn't really go to the school, and basically whatever happened, the mist made everybody made the girl think they were dating and made the dude think they were friends, and the one guy ends up in Hephaestus's cabin, and the gym teacher, he was a satire, and he carried around like a baseball bat. So why can't I be reading the one? I don't understand. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was. Because I didn't read the ransom, and I feel like this chest should be able to be opened. And it wasn't able to. Yeah. Just take my potion that makes me be able to carry heavy stuff. And go sell all this stuff. I kind of like the Percy Jackson. I kind of understand what Luke's point of view. Like, he ain't wrong, that's for sure. Why should kids be punished for their parents' mistakes and all that stuff? But it's the way he's going to do it. Like, he's going to tear down Western civilization basically in order to get back at his parents or his dad, or because of his bad situation doesn't understand how many people with Western civilization has helped. It's like yep, there's gonna be people who fall through the cracks. And I mean, he kind of did. It was his actions that changed everything in the end. I mean, he's the one that set everything in motion, and
Novigrad is a state
Fall upon your knees before the eternal fire!
also,
Memoirs and tracts
Riptide is a cool name for a blade, but Backbiter is way better, especially since, you know, it makes perfect sense for the name, for that to be the name of the blade.
Ah! Fuck. Fuck.
Greetings.
Kind of lost where I was. Fast. Try to. I was asking you something last time about
Fear death or laugh in its face.
the gaming PCs, because I got a cheap gaming PC, and I'm gonna be upgrading it. And I need to know if it's gonna be sufficient for simple gaming. I'll probably get Witcher and stuff on PC, and I want to make sure that like I'm gonna be able to play it smoothly. I don't need any crazy like visuals or anything. I don't need
Show me what you have in stock.
fucking insane or anything. But I would like it to run smoothly and not be glitchy or like lose frame rates and stuff. Or get a huge drop in frame rate. Well, I'm thinking about getting a new processor for it. A new processor and motherboard, because the whole situation why I'm doing it is I needed a new motherboard, but I have like an old ass processor, so I want to get the Ryzen 5 X1600 processor with Asus motherboard. I have a pretty good hard drive in it, and then I have like kind of a shitty AMD graphics card right now, and I'll eventually upgrade that. But I was just wondering if like with the Ryzen 5, if I would get decent enough gameplay. Like, will it be powerful enough that I can, like, everything will run smoothly?
So long.
I was gonna go all out and get the Threadripper, but
Last chance to surrender unorthodox boats.
my wife would kind of kill me if I did that. I don't know if you've ever, like, what processor do you use? Do you use Intel or like Ryzen processor? I'm trying to talk to him.
Greetings, Ibeer.
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of help?
What do you have on offer?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go with. I want to get a pretty good match. I don't want to go. I mean, if I can run basically the best GPU, like what's shit, what was I looking at? Um like the 1080i FTW. I was looking at that. Thing is like if I'm gonna get only get a Ryzen 5, am I basically going overboard on the GPU? And like, I've never built a computer or upgraded. And I was reading like, it's pretty simple. I've taken mine apart. I've taken the GPU and stuff out of mine. That's easy as shit. The whole reason I need to get a new motherboard is because I needed to add USB 3s onto this motherboard in order to hook up the capture device and yeah, my GPU's covering it. It was covering the only like port. The PCI for the GPU is like right above like where I have to plug in the USB 3s at. So I have to actually have like an extension for the PCI in order to hook up my GPU, and then um, so I was gonna get a motherboard, but shit. Hold on. Let me tell you my current processor. But basically, the connection is the wrong one. Hold on. Basically, I have like an old ass Ryzen processor that like they don't use. It's like you can't get the like the connection's different, I guess. Like so, and basically you couldn't get much more powerful. And I wanted to like upgrade. Okay, so if I don't have to get it the 1080, like I don't imagine I'll be upgrading my processor after this.
So long.
Unless I'm like going with Threadripper, but I think I want to keep up with, get a powerful enough GPU that I will be able to use it for a few years because, spending that much on a computer that I'm gonna have to upgrade frequently is not gonna go over too well with the missus. The whole reason I'm doing it is so that I can talk shit to console peasants.
Long live acceptance.
Move on.
And I don't imagine I'm gonna
Top-notch
do
swords.
much overclocking. Like, I just don't need that.
Show me what you have in stock.
Pretty good pants. Although I still went with like Ace's motherboard, which, you know, everybody says if you're gonna overclock, then they have better. They're better for overclocking, but I'm not gonna really do it, so. Not much. I don't really have to worry about that. But then I want to think about like how I'm gonna cool it. I'm thinking like I shouldn't have to do like any special type of cooling if I'm not gonna be overclocking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but that's why I wanted to ask. I was waiting for you to hop on the stream so that I could ask you, like, the X1600 allows overclocking. I mean, like, they say it's decent enough to overclock with, but I'm not doing that. I'm just like gonna run it simple, like. So, but I wanted to like keep it, at least my GPU future proof for a long enough period, because I'm not gonna be buying a new one after that. Oh yeah, I forgot. Fuck, Discord. Also, one, since I've never done it, do I need to, am I gonna have to reinstall, Windows after replacing my motherboard?
Any last words?
No. Get him!
Come on, come closer.
God, this thing to try to fist fight. Well, you know, here's my question was, because I saw people talking about that you could do it without having to reinstall it if you deleted all your old drivers. 100%. Yeah, obviously I don't mean like future-proof completely, but long enough for me to justify doing it. Like, you figure a console, you know, is at least good. Like, I could run a PS4, I guess, for like 5 years. Now, I don't expect a full 5 years out of anything, but, you know, at least a few years where I don't have to, like, if I upgrade, let's say if I wanted to upgrade my processor, then I wouldn't have to upgrade GPU with it, so it would suffice, or it would be good enough that I wouldn't have to change my GPU, since it's likely to be the most expensive thing. Unless I'm honestly going for a Threadripper or something like that. It was spend. Or change to Intel. Didn't do anything. I was wondering about a happy medium, but I mean, it, you know, in just a couple $100, the difference between like a 1080 and like a shit GPU is like a couple $100. So why not just go and get the better one? But that was kind of my thought. But I don't know. I guess upgrading the processor and I don't even know if like how you connect it to the motherboard is the same. The connection with the Ryzen 5 and 7. I mean, if it is, then I could presumably upgrade to a 7 without having to upgrade the motherboard, but said I don't know. All I know is like I got an old ass processor and it's pretty shitty. It's decent enough for like every day. An everyday computer, but if I want to game on it and then make videos as well, I'm just gonna do something better. Not a fucking fast travel spot, idiot. Hold on just a second. So, my processor is an AMD FX 6300. Oh, right on. Yeah, that's what I do need to kind of do that, bro. Like, get more than a couple comments at a time. Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I've been playing Zelda a lot, and I was surprised that the board didn't run away. In Zelda, they're like deathly afraid of you. I don't know, bro. Oh, I know exactly why, and I can actually talk. Dude, I spent the last couple days setting up my office so that I can run my PlayStation in here, because I've had it in the living room, and then I have to sit way too close to the TV because the pop out chat, and then I have to talk quietly because that's right next to my bedroom where my wife's in there sleeping. She'll get pissed at me if she can hear me. She'll come out and yell at me like, "Why are you still awake? Come to bed." Well, yeah, I am. Like I said, I can't run my game capture card at the same time as my GPU because um, it's the plugins right below that, right below the PCI 16. So, in the GPU it's like double stacked with the cooling system on it, so it covers that up. So I was like, well, I need a new motherboard. And if I'm going to get a new motherboard, then I might as well get a new processor that fits a newer motherboard so that I don't have to limit myself on my processor if I wanted to change that later. If I'm already getting a new motherboard, I might as well get a new processor, like a better processor with more updated connector, because I don't think they even use that connector anymore.
What's going on here?
Saw some dead folk.
Alright, I need to sell some stuff real quick.
Can you believe the tidings from the quarry? A cow that dropped from the sky in broad daylight.
Oh man, I did the quest to get basically the best sword.
For my goods?
So low level though. I don't know if I should get
Mind
it.
if I glance at your stock?
It's supposed to level, but so if I get it early, it's weaker, I think. Yeah, I already have a bunch of that. Yeah, 30 of them. Oh, you really do have a Threadripper? Well,
See ya.
at first I was looking, I'm like, man, what if I just switched to Intel? And then I was like looking at it, I'm like, no way my wife's gonna let me do that.
What's that?
Mind showing me your wares? So long.
Justin, jewel-encrusted galligaskins. The latest rage.
Alright, I gotta go to bed. Yeah, and I mean, for comparable Intel, man, I've been doing a bunch of research on it, and you know, for comparable power with Intel, it's like twice as expensive. You know, what, almost like $2,000 for Intel's top-of-the-line processor, or the Threadripper for $800. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna go with the Threadripper, but it'd be cool. Oh, well, yeah, if you overclock, then. You know, oh man, before I go, have you seen, I watched this YouTuber, well, I'll talk about while I play this guy in Gwent real quick. I seen this YouTuber talking about, the Xbox One X, and they did Tomb Raider on, they basically did a show about Tomb Raider on Xbox One X, and he was like losing his mind about how great This guy's channel is called Crap Gamer. He's like losing his mind about how great the Xbox One X is because of this Tomb Raider thing.
Gwent.
Because of how good it looked. It had a bunch of extra textures and whatever. He's like, it makes the PS4 Plus look terrible. It puts PCs in the dirt. Like, this guy's just going crazy about it. And like being totally dishonest, right? Well, yeah, it should look amazing if they added extra textures just for Xbox, and they didn't add the extra textures. So, like, what are you bragging about? Like, I don't understand. And Xbox people losing their mind about how great it's gonna look compared to, like, he was going all in about how much better it is than the PlayStation 4 Plus. And, like, you know, I don't know about, like, what GPU, like, Xbox added in or anything. But then he said, like, it's gonna be way better than, PCs. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, they kept it at $500. So, realistically, what kind of, you have, like, the lowest end GPU? So, you are just bragging about, I don't know, basically, that this game, who is exclusive for Xbox for the beginning, they added extra textures for your Expo, so it looks better. Well, yeah, that's not even saying that freaking the PlayStation couldn't run those textures. It's just, you have them and they don't just make you look better. Man, it was like the funniest thing. For real. And I think that's like what all the PC gamers are talking about. When they get mad at console gamers and stuff, and like honestly, I don't care about any feud between Xbox and PlayStation, or PlayStation and PC. Yeah, for sure, exactly. And man, like Forza's, you know, their baby. And, yeah, that's true too. I don't like that either. But I thought, like, honestly, how naive I am. I thought pretty much the war was between consoles and shit was dead. honestly. Oh shit, that was fucked up. I didn't see their thing. Idiot. You idiot. Why did you do that? And like, there's really no comparison. There's no feud between console gamers and PC gamers, because that's silly. I know, I'm stoked about Stranger Things. Why? Glint's a great part of this. It's the key to bringing the world together. Gambling. I hear you. I hear you on that. I don't like anything does that. But you can't pretty much just straight up skip it. Cards are in here. Makes sense. I know this guy has a Scorch. Yeah, I'm excited about it, but I'm like, I still have my reservation. Where I'm like, can I put my faith in it? I want him to mess it up. Exactly. To be fair, like, what anime thing has been done right? I can't really think of any. You know, I do the easiest, laziest form of Glint anyway. The monster deck, there's like more possibilities to gameplay. But I stick with the Northern deck because it's the one you get the earliest, and I just clear, like, I don't have any weather cards or anything. I just do straight attack, and the dude's ability is to clear weather and so I'm able to just clear stuff.
And our nights, what are
But
they?
yeah, I didn't even watch the Death Note thing because I was like, I'm not gonna ruin it for myself. I get like that about stuff though. Like, I've never played a Metal Gear game after Metal Gear Solid because I don't. For me, that was like the first game where I was really like, video games are the greatest thing on the planet. And like, I played Mario, and I played a lot of games before that, like tons, but that was the first one where I was like totally blown away by the game. Like, holy shit, they recognize footprints. I'm getting tortured. I can seriously change the game right here. I can give in to the torture, or I can try to figure out a way out of this jail zone. Like, it all just amazed me, and I've never played a Metal Gear since, and it's just because I don't want to ruin it for myself. So, and Death Note's my favorite anime, and so I probably won't ever watch anything. Once I found out that I thought that they were actually doing a show on Netflix about it, and I was like, oh, I will watch that, the show, because then they can do it pretty much just like they could do it just like the anime. But alas, it was a movie and they ruined it. I was like, you can't get to know the characters well enough. You can't develop enough in a movie. So that wasn't, especially that one, because it's a lot of, intellectual-ish. Yeah, exactly. A good video game's way better than real life. One that makes you want to be there. I actually like really hard ones, like Bloodborne. Bloodborne's another one of the video games that... So I guess Witcher, Bloodborne, and Zelda. 3 games that I truly think are great. The Dark Soul games are good, but for me, I like Bloodborne the best. It's more... There's something about the fact that you can upgrade your character and weapons, and that it doesn't really do anything. You just have to get better at the game. Like, yeah, it helps a little bit, but the guys at the beginning of the game can still kill you by the time, before like the time changes. You can, after you should be somewhat upgraded, you can still go back to the beginning of the freaking level and get fucked up. Also, I did not, when I first started Bloodborne, I did not know that you went into the dream world and got a weapon. So I beat the first werewolf you encounter to death with my fist after about 50 tries. But I finally did it, and there's nothing more gratifying than like a really hard game, something you try over and over again to do, and then you're finally successful. And then I started going on, I'm like, no way, that they're just making me run through this. And I have no weapon. So I had to pause it, and then I ended up going online, like, how do I get a weapon in Bloodborne? And yeah, then I figured out you could have got it way before the werewolf, and that would have made that fight easier. Oh, is Witcher 2 really hard? Well, Witcher's such a good game that I can even overlook the fact that twice two chests that have major implications have glitched out. I have this quest here. I think it's a treasure quest. This quest I can't do because the chest that has the last diagram in it doesn't have the diagram in it. And I can't finish my cat school gear stuff. So, because the gauntlets diagram isn't in the chest. And I can even overlook that because it's such a great game. But that really affects like the DLCs, because one of the DLCs I can't get the bonus for having all of the same gear. And then the other DLC, I can't completely upgrade my... I can't finish the quest to get more shit from that dude. So, and I like light armor. I'm not gonna switch armor after playing the whole game in cat school armor and then switch to Griffin or something. Am I a crazy person? Look how good the cat school looks. Alright, seriously, I gotta go to bed.
Unbelievable.
Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks Fast for stopping in. Sorry I haven't played in a long time, or at least played this game. When I get my PC built, I'll have to play Overwatch. Yeah, I have a Discord that Fast runs, if you wanna, put the stuff in the comments. You guys, or the information for the Discord in the comments, that would be great. And subscribe if you want to. Don't if you don't. Thumbs up if you want to. Thumbs down if you want to. I don't care. Do whatever. Alright, take it easy guys. Thanks Broke for stopping in as well. Now get the fuck off my channel.